VIP.
What's up, besties? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and turn your notification bell. I'm actually making this video a day in advance, okay? I don't normally do that though, but I was doing that. In the beginning of this channel. I was doing that. I was making the video the day before and scheduling it to upload the next day. That is going to help me to be able to do this every day. Because if I have to sit in front of the camera and record every single day, edit that video every single day, and then upload that video every single day, I'm going to get burnt out. But this has been designed so there's no burnout. This has been designed. Hold on, I got to keep it in my brain. This has been designed so there is no burnout. Okay? Oh, that's yes. That I just felt that, like, yes, that is exactly what this is about. Okay, this transition in your life has been designed so you don't cause burnout, so you won't get burnt out. Okay, it is a slower, steadier journey than you're used to, but you're gonna love it. If you're not already loving it, you're gonna start to love it, because you're used to go, like a hamster wheel. You're used to being on the hamster wheel of life, and you never got anywhere. And I feel like you've watched other people be on the hamster wheel, on the hustle. I was about to say on the hustle. You watch other people be on the hustle. I'm gonna say that. You've watched other people be on the hustle, and my throat is just going through it. You watch other people be on the hustle, and you thought you had to do that same hustle to get to where you're trying to get to. That was never the plan that God had for your life, but he let you be on that hamster wheel and be on that hustle because he knew you'd get burnt out eventually. You would get physically burnt out, meaning you would stop physically trying to force things to happen. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're trying to do something, or if you were trying to do something in the past and it just wasn't working, no matter what you do, no matter how differently you try to come about it, that's because that was God saying either no or not right now. When things that you're doing physically are in alignment with God's plan and God's path for you, and it's in his divine timing, it flows from one thing to the next thing. The door just opens seamlessly. Every single door opens as it's supposed to when it's in alignment with his plan. When it's not in alignment with his plan, when it's not right now, it's not going to work. When it's a no, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You can't make it work. It's not going to 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 work. So stop trying to make it work. It's not working for a reason. Because God is in control of your life, whether you like it or not. Sorry, I had to be stern with you for a second, but it's true. God is in control of your life right now. There's nothing you can do about it. He's not going to take his hands off you. Okay? Get used to this steady flow. Get used to this steady flow. Okay? It's not a rags to riches. I know you've been seeing them readings. I know you have. I know the title says you're going from rags to riches, and you're like, bet. Or it's going to happen overnight, and you're like, bet, baby, bet. No. That's why. That's literally just a message to fuel and feed your ego. Because a lot of these readers out here is still very much in their ego. They ain't even doing the work. And once you start doing the work yourself, you will be able to discern, like, they ain't even doing the work. They made this same message 11 times this week. Same exact message. They're greedy. They're gluttonous. They're siphoning energy from their viewers. They're not helping their viewers in any way. As a spiritual leader, you should be helping the people viewing you, because not everybody is able to, like, I don't need a therapist, like, direly to heal, but I need help to heal. Help to understand my inner self-awareness that I've always had. I've always been self-aware. So I don't need a therapist to help me become more self-aware. But I need a therapist to help me be heard. That's it. But I can do the healing. I've been doing the healing on my own with God for the last 2 years. I don't need another person to tell me X, Y, and Z. God sends me the confirmation. I'm able to receive the confirmation and go, okay, bet, and keep on pushing. But there is a plethora of individuals out here on their spiritual journey that when they see a message, when they see a title that catches their eye, they watch the video, they try to take it as theirs, and even if it's not theirs, even if it's not their message for that moment, but they take that message, they hold on to that message. How do I know? Because I used to do that. Before I had a relationship with God, I used to do that. Even though I was a tarot reader myself, I used to do that. I used to see videos that, and only click on the videos, and only watch the videos that caught my attention, that told me what I wanted to hear. That were telling me I was going in a direction that I wanted to go in. I just wanted to get to the money. I just wanted to get to the bag. I just wanted to get to my own apartment. I just wanted to get to my own car. I just wanted to get into all these physical possessions. I didn't want to do none of the work. Literally looking back, as much healing as I've done on myself in the last 2 years, I'm looking back like, girl, you was barely scraping the surface. Thinking you was out here doing a lot, you was doing a little. I thought I was doing it and doing it well. I wasn't doing nothing back then. Nothing was changing. Nothing was evolving. Nothing was growing. Nothing. It didn't matter how many times I remanifested the same damn thing. It wasn't changing in the natural world like it was changing in the physical, it wasn't changing in the natural world like it was changing in the spiritual world, because my flesh wasn't moving. My flesh was standing still, stubborn. No, I'm not healing this trauma. I'll heal everything else, but I'm not dealing with this childhood trauma. I'm not going through it because I'm going to have to feel it all over again. I'm going to have to relive it. I don't want to do that. So if I could just get there without doing that, I'll be happy. If I could just get there already, I'll be happy. I was chasing, that loneliness because I would be lonely as hell. I was already lonely, but I'll be even lonelier with money. I want to be lonely with money. I want to be happy traveling with my friends and my besties, taking my mama and my dad on trips, retiring my mom and my dad, retiring my brother. That's what I want to do now. But back then, it's like, I don't want none of y'all in my life. I'm going to do this all by myself. I could do that all by myself. I can make all this happen on my own. I don't need God. I just need myself. Hurt. But out here acting like I'm happy and smiling. Hurt. Holding on to things within my heart, and you need your heart. Your heart has to be open in order to even be able to manifest a new popsicle into your life. I know that sounds like crazy, but yes, your favorite childhood popsicle, your heart needs to be open in order for you to even be able to receive a popsicle. Otherwise, you're just going to keep getting slime and sludge and ice cream that you hate that's freezer burned. Your heart has to be open. And the only way to open your heart is to heal the things that are difficult. You can't run from those things. You have to heal from those things. And if you're not able to heal from those things on your own, like me, you need to go get therapy. You need to have, you need to have somebody that can be like your middleman between the natural world and the spiritual world, that can say blah, 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 and you go, oh, that makes sense. And they go, blah, 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 and you go, oh, that makes sense. Because your mama can't help you. All you're doing is yelling and arguing and fighting. Your daddy can't help you. Same thing. Brother, sister, cousin, aunt, best friend. None of them can help you. For a reason. It's not working for a reason. So stop going to them. Go get a therapist. Go admit yourself. If you are really struggling that bad mentally, admit yourself. Get on medication management. If you heal, this is for somebody. If you heal those things that you're holding on to, you won't need the medication management for the rest of your life. It'll just be for a moment in time in your life so you can learn to cope. Because I'm telling you right now, as someone that's been healing for the last 2 years from very, very, very traumatic experiences, it's never going to go away. But you will be able and begin to cope with it and live your life while still carrying it. It's not going to feel like it's weighing you down anymore. And like you can't live your life because of it. Everything happens for a reason. And sometimes things happen for just a season. Sometimes things aren't meant to last a lifetime. You weren't meant to carry your past with you for the rest of your life like your family's done. They seem like they are doing okay. They seemed to you when you were growing up like, oh, well, they bottled it up, so I should be able to bottle it up too, and I'll be fine. But as an adult, are they okay? No. They still acting like a bunch of kids that have no emotional regulation. Just, he did it, she did it, he did it, she did it, he did it, she did it, he did it, she did it. It's like, what accountability do you have for the things that you have done? It can't be always everybody else's fault. It can't be your boyfriend's fault that the relationship's not working. It can't be only your boyfriend. You know those people that be like, oh, every time I'm in a relationship, it just doesn't work out, and they end up leaving me. Maybe you should look in the mirror and dissect yourself like you're dissecting a frog in chemistry class and figure out what it is you need to take accountability for within yourself. If they don't take accountability ever, that's fine. But you need to take accountability for yourself. For your actions, the things that you're doing. Stop pointing a finger at everybody else. It's not your mom's fault that you're like this. It's not your daddy's fault that you're like this. It's not nobody's fault that you're like this. The things that took place in your life needed to take place in your life so you could get to where you are right now in your life. Now it's time to let that stuff go. I don't care how old you are. Now it's time to let that stuff go. Now it's time to heal. Love like Jesus loves. It's okay to be angry and have all those emotions, but you want to be angry at 95 at your mama? You get one mama and one daddy in this world. And if you can't, fully forgive them, you can at least coexist. Because again, you get one mama and one daddy. One brother, one sister. You can't get a new one off the black market. Yes, you can meet somebody that feels like your mom, that, nurtures you in the way that you wish your mom did. But the one that birthed you, you only get one of those. The one that helped in the conception of you, you only get one of those. They are hurt too. They are broken too. You got two broken CDs trying to come back together and they broken in a million pieces. You got two vases trying to come back together and it's broken into a million pieces. And once glass shatters, you can't put that back together. Because it shatters into a million pieces and the only thing you do is sweep it up. But guess who can put it back together? God. Guess what your job is? To be the light, to be the example for your family. Because they're out here surviving and they're watching you heal. Even if they're giving you a hard time, a tough time, telling you that what you're doing is not going to work, whatever it is, that's just their ego. That's just their flesh. That's just their fear. Excuse me. That's just their fear. But genuinely, within their heart, within their soul, they want to be able to heal the way that you're healing. They want to be able to just say, oh, you know what? I'm going to turn my life around. I'm going to follow God, and I'm going to keep going. No matter what, I'm going to keep going. They don't have that fight in them like you do. You're meant to break generational curses, which means within the people that are naturally, currently in this world, a part of your family. You are meant to break the curses, not just for yourself, but for those that came before you as well, including the ones that are still alive. Why do you think it only applies to the ones that have passed away? It's for the ones that are still alive. You are meant to inspire them to heal. Some of them will, some of them won't. Some of them may not get it until they're in their 80s, but at least they got it. Did you have a timeline of when you were gonna heal? No, it just happened. Did you know when you would start to be able to be okay with certain things that transpired in your life? No, it just happened. When it was in alignment with God's plan. Steady. Slow and steady runs the race. That was one of the channel messages in the video yesterday. Slow and steady, or the day before yesterday. Slow and steady runs the race. You cannot make them heal. And that's what you've been trying to do. And that's why you've been frustrated. Because you've been telling them, oh, all you got to do is blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. You give them the whole playbook. And they're not understanding it. Why? Because it's your journey. You're trying to make them understand your journey. They have their own journey. They have to open the book to the first page the same way as you did. And they will do that this life, the next life, later on in life. They'll do it eventually. But forgive so you can move on. You're not forgiving so they can feel better. They've already moved on from whatever trauma they caused you. They're living their life like it's golden. You need to forgive for yourself so your soul can continue to grow. Because guess what? I'm going to tell you. If your mom caused trauma in your life and you're still holding on to that trauma and you never forgave your mom for that trauma, you never tried to see, things from your mom's perspective and understand, like, okay, maybe she was going through da-da-da-da-da-da. When you have a daughter, when you have a son, guess what you're going to do? Repeat those same cycles that your mother did with you. Why? Because you never forgave. You just try to brush it off and keep pushing, hustling, living within your ego, living within your flesh, using things to cope, like hanging out with your friends gossiping, going to the club, getting all these men in your body, getting all these women on your body. No. You need to be still like you are now, isolated, healing. You don't have the kind of life that you see other people around you having because God's like, no, I didn't make you to be of this world. I made you to be in this world. You are in this world, but not of this world. You can't do the same things that they do because if you go to the club, you're going to see all them demons in there. You're going to see all them spirits attached to those people that are drinking. You're not going to have a good time. I need you to go and take a pottery class. That's what's going to give you excitement and joy. I need you to go do that. I don't want you out here in these clubs. I don't want you out here drinking and smoking. That's going to turn your spirit in a direction that I don't want it to go in. And excessively, of course. If you have a drink every once in a while, that's fine. You're human. If you smoke every once in a while, that's fine. You're human. But to do it over and over and over again, that's an addiction. Food is an addiction. Money is an addiction. Constantly chasing after money when you already have enough? Gluttony. Literally, God showed me an image. Let me show you. Last night when I was on Pinterest, God showed me this image. Can you see that? There we go. God showed me this image. And immediately he said gluttony. Why? Because there's people in this world that have all this money, the chains and the bracelets, the big jewelry, but you see how big he is? They want more. They already have enough. They already have more than enough, but they want more. They can't stop until they have all of it. Gluttony, greedy. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Whatever your addiction is, you need to recognize it because you have one. Don't be greedy. That triggers somebody, for sure. But don't be greedy. Be grateful for what you have. I don't care if your job isn't paying you a large amount of money and you're not able to fully support yourself in the way that you want to. But guess what? Them bills are still going to get paid. Some way, somehow, if you have your trust and your faith in God, those bills are going to get paid. That debt is going to be cleared. In God's way. In a divine way. But being a glutton? God didn't put you in this world to be gluttonous and greedy. God didn't put you in this world to have multiple men in your phone that you talk to, that you call on. Oh, I want to sleep with him tonight, so let me call on him. Oh, I want him to buy me this, so let me call on him. Oh, I want him to do this, so let me call on him. God sent you here to have one man, which is your husband, one woman, which is your wife. God already created a team of support around you. You just haven't been able to recognize it because you want more. When you already have enough. You may have only one friend right now and you want more friends. Why? God gave you one friend. For a reason. There's a reason why at this point in your life you only have that one friend that you can connect with, that you resonate with, that you love. No matter if they live 5 minutes down the road or 600 miles away, you have that one friend. That is the one friend that God has sent into your life. If you're single, oh, but I want a man. Why? What is a man going to do for you that God can't do? Because you can't even recognize God in your life, so how are you going to recognize a man of God when he comes in and stands right in front of you? You can't even trust God for real. So how are you going to trust a man to lead you in the right direction? Your singleness is God preparing you for that husband that you have been desiring. You ask God for a man of God? Well, guess what? God is the man in your life that is going to teach you, train you how to be a good wife. So when he presents you with your man of God, you will know who it is. You will recognize them. God will reveal it to you. And guess what? Right when God reveals it to you, you're going to go through separation. Why? Because now it's time to prepare you to be together. He prepared you for the meetup. But then he has to prepare you for the togetherness of becoming one. And I want to touch on this really quickly because a lot of people get triggered when it comes to having intimacy before marriage. A lot of people get triggered when it comes to intimacy before marriage. But I just want to tell you something. When God places the person into your life that is meant to be your husband or your wife, and you meet them in the physical and you begin dating, that means you've gone through all the spiritual trials. You've gone through everything. Your relationship is going to get tested even before you're even married in the physical. It's going to get tested like crazy. It's going to get tested with a lot of things that you won't be able to tell your friends about because they're going to be like, girl, why are you going to that? Dude, bro, why are you going to that? And you're like, I don't know. God said trust him, so I am. Even though they're like, but they're doing this, they're doing that, and you're still sticking around, you're crazy. Da 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 da. How you gonna handle that once you married? This time apart is to teach you to go to God. It's to teach both of you to go to God. It's to teach both of you to go to God. It's to teach both of you to go to God. Not to another person, but to God. To go to the people that God sends into your life that will understand what you're going through because they went through it themselves. But the people in your life that you grew up around, they won't understand. They will not understand your kingdom spouse and your kingdom relationship and your kingdom marriage. They will not understand the process and journey that it will take. Because all they know is, well, you meet, you get married, and then you have the kids. And then you wondering why there's all these divorces and all these things because they were never prepared for what was to come. All they wanted was the possession of the ring and the possession of the marriage license and the possession of all their friends and family. Half of them don't even love them enough to be a part of that wedding, but they're there to go, let's see how long this lasts. Because, she's always getting into something. He used to cheat. Oh, he just gonna cheat on her like he cheated on the rest of them. But you just being so happy and joyous, you think everybody that's there is happy for you. You just want this big, grand old celebration. When God is like, I just want you to go to the courthouse. I just want you to go to the courthouse, stand in front of the judge, and get married. You can have that big, grand old wedding later, but this is what I need you to do. I'm sending you a child, you and this person a child, because that is how you're going to become one. That is how I designed for you to become one and spiritually connected and spiritually bonded, is to have this child. And then I'm going to instruct you while you are carrying this child to go to the courthouse and get married. It's God's plan, not yours. It's God's plan, not yours. If it was your plan, don't you think your plan would have worked by now? Don't you think your plan would have worked by now? Don't you think your plan would have worked by now? It hasn't worked because it's not going to work. It's God's plan, not your own. My dang foot falling asleep. I don't even know why it's falling asleep. I wasn't even sitting on it. All right, Buki. Bestie. Okay. I ain't here to feed you. I ain't here to feed your ego and fuel your ego. I'm here to trigger that mother. Okay? I'm here to trigger it so you can heal properly. I am not here to fuel your ego and make you feel better. Some of my readings will make you pissed. Some of them will make you cry. Some of them will make you happy. Some of them will make you scream. Some of them will make you yell. Some of them will make you turn to God and go, why? But guess what? If I sat here every day and only told you what you wanted to hear, you're never going to learn. You're never going to heal. You don't just give a kid every single thing that they want and they're not being obedient. They're not learning from their mistakes. But yet you keep giving them what they want, which is showing them I don't have to change because I'm just going to get whatever I want. No, that is not how it works when it comes to building a relationship with God. You have to do the work. You have to learn to be disciplined. You have to learn to be obedient. You have to learn knowledge and wisdom. You have to learn discernment. You have to learn all of these things. So you can be in this world, but not of this world. You are currently of this world. You don't even know all the spiritual things that you have caused in your own natural life, and you are out here blaming God for it. When God's clearly told you, no, leave, no. You ain't heard it. You ain't been listening. Why? Because you just want to hear what you want to hear. You want God to come down and tell you through another spiritual leader, you're going to become rich. Like that rags to riches message I was just talking about a few minutes ago. You're going to become rich. Oh, it's going to happen overnight. Oh, you're going to move to your new house soon. Oh, you're going to get the new job soon. Oh, you're going to get the relationship soon. Oh. But when you have a spiritual leader like myself that's telling you, you need to do ba, and then A, B, and C will take place in your life. That is the kind of leadership you should be going after. Why are you allowing yourself? I didn't hear the phone ring. Why are you allowing yourself to be led by somebody or by people that aren't practicing what they're preaching? Your preacher, that is a form of a spiritual leader. How many pastors and preachers do you know that don't practice what they preach on Sunday morning? How much congregation have you been in? How many congregations have you been in where nobody is practicing what they are preaching? They all can read and recite the Bible like the back of their hand, but nobody listens. Nobody listens. They're just going there. Hallelujah. Praise God. Yes, Pastor. Yeah, right on. But as soon as they leave, they go right back to what they was doing on Saturday night. Some people go in the church straight from the club. How many people do you know within a congregation at church that are judging you by how you walk through the door? Simply by how you walk through the door. Or the story that you had prior to walking through that door. As if they didn't have a story too. But they forget. See, they forget that they once were strippers or gangbangers or in prison, abusive, mentally unstable. They forgot what they had to go through to get to where they are. They forgot they once couldn't afford to go to Gucci and spend $30,000 and not think about it. They forget that they once had to drive a car that they had to pray that they got from work to home every day and home to work and just hope that they could at least get to the grocery store. They forgot that they once had to pray for at least $15. Pray as they know their card just might decline, but pray, please don't decline because this is all I got. I just need to get something to eat today. And all they could afford to get was a McDonald's McChicken, a McDonald's drink, and a McDonald's fry. They couldn't afford a filet mignon or a tomahawk steak just because they was eating steakums. And what's that other steak? McRibs. What's that rib? What's that kind of steak called? Salisbury steak. They was eating Salisbury steaks. They was eating Idaho packaged mashed potatoes. They wasn't eating the Idaho potato mashed up with the skin. No, they was eating Idaho powdered mashed potatoes that you just add hot water to and mix it up, put a little salt, and there you go. They forgot. How many people, just think right now, how many people have forgot where they came from? It could be people that you even are watching on social media that you may have been watching from the beginning of their journey or a part of their journey to the where they are now. How many people have you watched that forgot where they came from? That forget where they came from? That get greedy because, oh, now they have the money. Now they have the car. Now they have the clothes. Now they have the relationship. Now they have the child. They forgot how hard it was to even conceive that first child. That first child was so hard to conceive, but every child that came after that was so easy. But they forgot. So they're looking at you. They're looking at you and going, you can't get pregnant. That's why because now they have what they wanted. They have the kid that they prayed for, that you didn't know they was praying for. They have the kid. And you congratulated them, even though you desired a kid. You congratulated them anyways. But they took that congratulation and said, yeah, thank you. But now that you are on the other side of where they were, are they praying for you? No. Are they saying it's going to work out? I promise you, God's going to give you that child when it's meant to happen. Just keep trying. Just keep healing. God's going to give you that child when he's meant to give you that child. It's going to happen. I promise you. Are they reassuring you? No. Every miscarriage you have, oh, you need to stop having kids. You need to just stop opening your legs up to any random man that comes into your life. And you're like, huh? What does that have to do with anything? Their true feelings about you are coming out. That's what's happening. God is revealing to you, I haven't given you this child yet because you still have some snakes in your life that I need you to put into their traps and get rid of. Because I don't want these snakes around this child when I do give you this child. I want this child to remain pure. You need to be more careful. You can't just be out here telling everybody everything. When it comes to your spiritual journey, this spiritual realm, this spiritual stuff is real. It is real. And if you're not careful, you will get yourself tied up into something that you won't even know how to get out of without God. Because once you open a spiritual door that you weren't supposed to open, you cannot close it on your own. Only God can close that door. I wouldn't be able to close that door for you. I would literally have to tell you, you need to go to God about this. I may receive knowledge of, hey, you could try this, but whatever I'm telling you to try is going to lead you to God. I don't have the power to close the door. You opened it. Now you got to go to God to fix it. It's like when you get yourself wrapped up in something and you got to call in your family. Oh, I went through da-da-da-da-da-da. I just blah, 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 blah. Can you help me? Because only they can get you out of it. Like when you were a child. When something happened, you had to go to mommy and daddy. Like, mommy, daddy, I fell and scraped my knee. Can you help me? They got the Band-Aid. They got the hydrogen peroxide and the alcohol or whatever. You know, mommy, daddy, I broke my arm. They took you to the hospital. You didn't drive yourself there. They took you to the hospital to get fixed up and healed. They were the gods in your life. But now that you're older, you have to go to God and say, God, hey, I'm kind of I got myself into a little spiritual situation. I need your help. It's okay. God is not going to be angry with you. I don't know why you think that God is angry with you. He is not. He knew how many things you had to go through in your life before you finally surrendered your life to him. He knew. He knew what you had to go through. He just was waiting for you to go to him and stay. He was waiting for you to go to the door, open it, walk through it, close it behind you, and stay and keep going. Not go to it, open the door a little bit, say, hey, God, close it again. Hey, God, close it again. Do you want your person that you're married to only have a transactional relationship with you? Where they only come to you to get some nookie? Where they only come to you when, they need some money? Do you want that type of relationships in your life, in your natural life? So what makes you think that God wants that? You haven't received those relationships that you desire in your flesh, in your natural life, because you're not giving God the time that he needs with you. You're so focused on, I need another person. And God's like, no, all you need is me. I am all you need. I can give you everything that you're asking for. All you got to do is come to me with everything. Don't go to them. Come to me. I will send you the help that you need. I will send you the people that you need. I don't know why my nose is running. I will send you the people that you need. But right now, I need you to come to me. Right now, I need you to trust me. Right now, I need you to think me. I don't want you to be out here thinking anybody but me. Even though I'll be sending you people to help you, you would not have met those people without me. I want you to give me the credit. Shoot. Okay? All you need to do is trust God. That's it. That's it. It's not that hard. It is not as hard as you're making it out to be. It's challenging because you have a flesh in the middle of it, but it's not hard. Your soul is already trusting God. If you want any help, or if you need any help on your spiritual journey, personally, feel free to DM me on Instagram. I do provide spiritual help, but only if I have it for you. Okay? I ain't gonna sit here and say I'm able to help everybody that DMs me. If I receive a message for you, then I will give it to you. But if I don't have nothing, I'm gonna straight up tell you I don't have nothing. It may be for that moment or maybe for forever. But I won't. If I don't have anything, I'm not gonna sit there and try to pull something out of my behind to tell you. Okay? And more than likely, I've had people that have messaged me from TikTok that find me on Instagram and ask me for a reading. And I've told them, I don't have anything for you at this time. And, some of them have been like, okay with it. Some of them have tried to come back to me again a day later or 2 days later to see if I have something for them. It's like, no. Because I feel like when God is telling me, no, I don't have anything for them, it's because he wants them to go to him himself. The people that he has allowed me to give readings to, I know and can discern that they already have a relationship with God, and I'm just basically there to be their confirmation. I'm not necessarily always telling them something they don't already know. But I love you, besties. I'll see y'all tomorrow for tomorrow's FaceTime call. Love you. Bye. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss another FaceTime call. Love ya. Bye.